everyone. Today I am going to discuss types of resources. Resources can be classified on the following basis. First, on the basis of origin, on the basis of exhaustibility, on the basis of ownership, and on the basis of status of development. Now first, on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, resources can be again classified into two categories, that is biotic and abiotic resources. Biotic resources, you can say that these are living resources, or they are the resources which describes a component of an ecosystem. While abiotic resources, you can say that they are non-living resources, and they are the resources which are affected by the physical and chemical properties of an environment. Now example of biotic resources are marine organism, flora and fauna, etc. While example of abiotic resources are rock, mineral, metal, etc. Now second, on the basis of exhaustibility. On the basis of exhaustibility, again resources can be classified into two categories, that is renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those which can be renewed again and again or can be used again and again. They are the resources which renewed under a very shorter period of time. For an example, solar energy, wind energy, water, wildlife, forests, etc. are the very good example of renewable resources. While non-renewable resources are those which cannot be renewed again and again. They are the resources which occurs over a long geological period of time. It took million years of time for them to develop. For example, fossil fuels like coal and petroleum. Now thirdly, resources can be also classified on the basis of ownership. So on the basis of ownership, resources can be classified on the following four bases. First, individual resources. Second, community resources. Third, national resources and international resources. Now individual resources. Individual resources are those which are owned by an individual. They are the resources which are meant for personal use and maintained by an individual. Whatever profit earned from that resources, that goes in hand of individual. For an example, in urban, people are having land, property, plantation agriculture, pasture lands, ponds, wells. They are the example of individual resources in urban areas, while in rural areas or rural peoples are having farmers, like they are having their agricultural land. That is a good example of individual resources. Now community owned resources. Community owned resources are those whose access can be given or its use can be given in the hands of people who are living in that particular area. For an example, in urban areas, their playgrounds are there, picnic spots are there, and various burial grounds are there. In village areas, village ponds are there. These are the examples of community owned resources. Means the people who are living in that area, only that those people are liable to use the resources available in that area. Now next, national resources. National resources are those which belongs to nations. They are the nation's property. Means resources within the political boundary and territorial water belongs to the nation. Territorial water means oceanic area up to 12 nautical miles. Means whatever resources available in that area, that belongs to nation. It is the urban development authorities who are having right by the government that if in any condition there is need to acquire private land, they are free to acquire that land for the public good, like for the construction of road, canals, railways, etc. Fourth, international resources. International resources are those which are governed by international institutions. None of the country without the permission of international institution can use these resources. For an example, oceanic resources beyond 200 nautical miles is exclusive economic zone, whose resource can be only utilized when a country seek permission from an international institution. For an example, in India, from exclusive economic zone, manganese can be utilized and can be mined with the permission of international organization. Now, lastly, resources can be also classified on the basis of status of development. On the basis of status of development, resources can be again classified into 4 categories, that is potential resources, developed resources, stocks and reserves. Potential resources are those which have potential for development but they cannot be developed. For an example, in western part of India, in Gujarat and Rajasthan, there is enormous wind and solar energy resources, but we cannot develop these resources. Now, developed resources are those